Jay and Kimber for breakfast.
Hello, good morning, welcome. If you are a Scorchers fan, you are waking up on top of the world this morning. I was there last night at Optus Stadium, Kimber, in amongst the masses, and oh boy.
I love to. Your opportunity to go to that game came quite late.
It did,
and
yeah.
there was no time to coordinate wife, kids, all of that, but the cricket prevailed.
The cricket prevailed.
You were there.
I had to go.
Yeah.
And we won it in stunning fashion. It was amazing. But it was just the way the crowd got together.
Yeah.
And it was hot. You know, people were having
Man, was
drinks,
it
but
hot.
they weren't rowdy.
It's still hot now.
It was a stinker. It was, but there was just something about it, I don't know whether it was the weather or the way the afternoon felt and everything. It was just a time there last night. So,
Love it.
Congrats to the Scorchers. They are through to the BBL final and they're going to host it here at home, which is fantastic.
Producer Brooke, finger on the pulse.
The tea is piping hot this morning. It is, oh gosh, hold my earrings, guys. I'm excited.
Okay.
This is the Beckham family drama that we all needed in our life. It's a distraction.
Did we need it in our lives, really?
I'm loving the parody videos that are coming out of this. But look,
I mean, can I just say that the quick summary of this is that somehow in the last few days it has gone from they were all happy family to now Brooklyn, their son, doesn't talk to Victoria Beckham or David Beckham and they all hate each other, is how it kind of came out.
No, I think they've not been happy families for a while. But look, have a listen to what has broken.
Bend the truth like Beckham? The Beckham family feud just took an astonishing turn.
Brooklyn Beckham saying he doesn't want to reconcile with his family.
Brooklyn Peltz Beckham gives his POV on his unplanned mother-son wedding dance with mom Victoria Beckham.
The son of David Beckham and Victoria Beckham has gone absolutely nuclear.
This is a message for Brooklyn Beckham. Go to bed. Just go to bed.
The phone. Put it down and
down.
Go to bed. Honestly.
What are you doing?
Go to bed. Oh, that's so good.
Look, he's come out and he's put up 6 stories in his Instagram stories. He's basically just unloaded as to what is happening. We all thought, as followers, we all thought this drama unfolded at their 2022 wedding. He married Nicola Peltz in 2022. We all thought that's when it all started. He's basically confirmed it actually started before the wedding, which is, brand new information. He's basically said his family was weeks before the big day. His parents repeatedly pressured him and bribed him into signing away the rights to his name, which would affect him and his future wife and his children. And they were adamant about signing away
the
name.
rights to his name.
Look, it's really rich people problems that I can't understand.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are watching on going, babe, can't relate. Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, so I don't know. He's changed his name. He's Brooklyn Peltz Beckham. So I don't know whether maybe they were trying to get him to register that name or I don't know. But look, everyone's
it's like how Beyonce, like their family, they did the same thing with all their kids and trademarked it all
their kids' names.
Because whether they like it or not, and the rest of us, it's all worth money. Like
They're
the whole
a brand.
thing's worth money. They're a brand.
Absolutely. Look, he's claimed his parents have been trying to endlessly ruin his relationship with his wife since before the wedding, and it has not stopped. He also claimed that his mum, Lady Victoria Beckham, hijacked his romantic first dance with his wife at their wedding and danced very inappropriately on him.
Now, what are we talking about here?
I don't know, but there were 500 people at this wedding.
He's making out like she was grinding on the dance floor with him.
Yeah.
Release the tapes, guys.
Yeah,
Release
if there's 500
the
people,
tapes.
where is it? Where's the vision? That should have dropped by now.
And honestly, I think Victoria Beckham, all she would need to do right now to completely squash everything is just release the video, because everyone has found all these videos of Victoria Beckham dancing. She's sober, she's drunk dancing. This woman just doesn't exude like sort of vixen energy.
Yeah.
Like she's very sort of demure. And so I want to see this video more than I want anything in my life right now. Please release the tapes.
Also, this isn't just, I was really worried that it was going to come out that Victoria and David were really terrible parents and they'd done really awful things. And this just sounds like he's coming across as a bell end right now.
A little bit. Like, it's very petty and nothing. Look, people have real problems in families. Like, we've all got family drama. Like, a lot of the stuff that he came out with, we're like, babe, if you come to my Christmas, like, you'll see some things. But
would you like to talk about them?
I'll talk about them with the Beckhams.
Do you want to take a moment?
If I had 500 million, it'd be a lot easier.
I think the best way to handle this is to do 6 stories.
True. But look, he also brought up David Beckham's 50th birthday party. Everyone was like, oh, they weren't there. They actually flew to London. He said they flew to London. They were happy to come, but he just wanted to meet up with his family before the big night. The family said, yes, we'll meet up with you, but we don't want Nicola there. Nah, he's like, not doing it without my wife. So it all sort of blew up. He was in London for a week. He didn't end up going to the party. So look, none of the stuff he said really was that
It
bad.
hasn't really landed, has it?
Yeah, and I think he
in
thinks...
the way that he was hoping.
You can tell he thinks it's really bad. And look, the worst thing he said, which I was like, he said, my family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first. Mate, the lifestyle you've been afforded and the fact you've married a billionaire didn't come from
Hang
nowhere.
on. Wait, I don't even understand that.
So the Beckham brand...
Yeah, but is he saying that's what his parents are saying,
Yes.
or he's saying
No,
that?
he's saying basically he was forced into putting on a happy face for photos his whole life and the brand. It was all about the brand. He had
Okay,
to...
but you will have benefited from the nepotism, mate. You're going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I feel bad for him. Obviously, there's some anxiety there and things but he's done. I don't know if they're going to be able to repair this. David Beckham has done an interview since.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's basically said
It's
that...
nice when David talks.
It's nice. It's really nice.
He said, you've got to let your kids make mistakes.
Wow, that's it. That's a mic drop.
Shout out to Nicola.
It's time to choose your own adventure.
Hey, 2 stories here, right? You're going to pick one. We're going to follow where that story goes. So you can either choose pew, or you can choose pew. Meow.
Oh, okay. Well, given the state of the world right now, I think I'm going to go.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go with that.
I don't
All
really
right,
want an
fantastic.
actual explosion, I think.
No, that's fine. Well, you're not going to get one with this news story. So imagine you've gone to the trouble of packing all of your stuff to go out for the fireworks display on New Year's Eve, only to get out there with thousands upon thousands of other people and nothing happens. This is exactly what happened in Brooklyn by the Brooklyn Bridge when a massive crowd showed up for the midnight New Year's Eve fireworks show and it actually never came. And it turned out a viral AI post had gone around. And this is a big...
no.
You know what's super interesting about this is that over the holidays, there was this groundswell of, guys, I can't tell the difference between a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing on the internet that's real and not real at the moment. Like, the AI has come so far that it's like, this is scary.
I trust
right?
nothing.
100%. Now, they've all been duped, but thousands of people, right? So I've got a bit of audio here from a TikToker. His name's Zach Gill. This has gone viral. There's millions of people that have seen this video. And he's actually there documenting the entire thing from the point that they actually start counting down to New Year's Eve to the point of, when's it actually going to happen?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Listen to the amount of people that are there.
Any second now. Where are they? Did we get pranked? We got pranked. I mean, the amount of people who are misinformed here.
What does this say about 2026?
It's not off to a good start.
So officials for Brooklyn Bridge Park said our understanding is that an inaccurate social media post led a crowd to gather in a specific area expecting fireworks, but they were disappointed. So
I felt disappointment.
So did I.
It was awful.
Yeah, it's midnight, mate. Where are the fireworks? But yeah, don't trust what you're seeing on socials at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi.
It's me.
Producer Ringo. How are you?
I'm good. How are you both?
Yeah, good, mate.
Loving it. Yay or nay? First one off the bat. Japanese cheesecake.
3, 2, 1.
Japanese cheesecake.
Japanese
Yay.
cheesecake.
I mean, I don't know what it is. I'm going to say yay. I mean, it's
Is it just
cheesecake and
cheesecake?
Japanese. How can you go wrong?
Well, this is true. Well, there's a new viral sensation going around the internet.
Oh,
it's it's the 2-ingredient Japanese cheesecake. Why is it Japanese? I don't know. But it's basically just Biscoff biscuits in Greek yogurt. You shove them all in, you leave it overnight, and then it comes out. Apparently, it tastes like cheesecake.
Get out. That sounds so good.
Hang on. How?
I'm here for it.
Just think that through, Pete, for 1 second.
Why?
Well, does your Greek yogurt, when it's just sitting in the tub, suddenly turn into the texture of cheesecake overnight?
No, but if you add the biscuits to it,
the biscuit is
then
the base,
biscuits
you fool.
then the biscuits
Have you ever made a
thicken it up.
cheesecake? The biscuits make the base, not the actual cheesecake part.
I'm
this is
down, mate.
Wedging them
I'm
in.
down. Sounds good.
There's only one way to find out. Producer Brooke's going to make it for us.
Yay!
Fantastic. Yay.
Oh, wait, no, Pete and I are trying to eat healthy at the moment.
Yeah, I think I can give
We
up
both
one
turned
morning.
down cupcakes yesterday.
We did.
High fives.
We're so
Bold.
proud. So
Bold.
proud.
Okay, next one. American tourists.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Oh. Yeah.
Why would you
Why?
expect us to go nay?
I
What's
don't-
wrong with American tourists? American tourists are fun people, man.
People who are adventuring outside of America should be praised.
Actually, yeah.
People who are prepared to see outside of their own backyard should be highlighted.
Why do you hate the American people?
Because you
Ringo?
can hear them before you see them.
Oh, get out.
Have you seen a gaggle of
Oh, my
American
God.
tourists?
God, he actually said that out
I can't
loud.
believe that. Wow. Wow.
Okay, well,
I'm
we
not
have.
sure we're allowed to say that in 2026. Ringo?
They're not listening. All right.
Are you sure?
Well, this is.
We're going to have a
God,
gaggle of
shout
them
out to
out
our-
here.
No, it's all right. Well, if they're American, if they're listeners and they live here, then they're no longer tourists.
Exactly.
So they're
true.
exempt
We like
from
them.
the rule.
I'm not saying we don't like Americans, dear Lord.
No.
I'm saying we don't like the tourists. But do you know who does like the tourists? Robert Irwin. Yes.
Ah, of
I've
course
got
he
him in the
does.
show.
Right.
He loves it.
So he's looking for love. And there's been an American tourist in Australia Zoo shooting a shot.
I've heard rumours in the past that this might be something he's keen on because
Yes.
he feels like he can recreate the loving and wonderful relationship of his mother and father.
And his
Yeah, okay.
sister married an American tourist. His
Yep.
dad married an American tourist.
Keep it in the
So-
family. It's good for the family brand.
Exactly. Exactly. I do have a
Right.
little bit of audio
All right.
of him reacting.
What does the sign say? It says, by qualifications of American tourists and student party. Oh my God. That is so flat. That is lovely. That's going to be on TikTok tomorrow. I'm flustered now.
Was that
I heard
him?
nothing.
Yeah.
I heard absolutely nothing.
Was that him at Australia
He's
Zoo?
doing a croc
Was
show.
he sitting on a croc at the time, or what? While that was going on?
Did you speak Robert Irwin then?
What? What do you mean?
I could not understand that audio at all.
Yeah, no, I could roughly make it out.
Yeah, it was a bit how you going. Just like American tourists.
Scorchers last night. Wow. What a game.
You loved it?
Oh, it was phenomenal. So yesterday, shortly after that, actually it was during the show, I got a message from a mate of mine who was like, hey, going to the Scorchers tonight. Do you want to tag along? Went along and it was just a phenomenal night. Like everybody was
create a
there. They were dressed
vibe.
in orange. I love going to a Scorchers match.
Did you love the Scorchers match as much when they put the pyrotechnics on and it feels 100 degrees when it was already a very hot night?
It was so hot. It was so hot. My mate went to the bar to go and get a couple of drinks, and he came back and he goes, "Oh, they've already sold out of a few things." Like people were absolutely going bananas.
Yeah.
because it was. But no, I'm going to play some audio. I'm just going to play some audio of the night,
of the game.
All right, of the
Okay,
game.
yeah,
Okay, so
cool.
this was us, and we were just sort of sitting there having a bit of social commentary about what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the heat or the non-alcoholic beveragino's talking, but that was one of the best chicken tacos I've ever had in my entire life. That was bloody phenomenal. Mate, there's a good amount of chicken. The taco held together. Like, that's phenomenal. So this was pretty much. This was pretty much. Now, look, don't get me wrong.
I mean, I was expecting to hear stuff about the cricket.
No. Well, I'll play you something else, right? So this was
No,
some
please
of.
tell me more about the chicken taco.
This was some of the cricket. Right, so like, don't get me wrong.
Okay,
I've never, you know me, I've never been a massive cricket fan, right? But I like going to the Big Bash. I like going to the Scorchers because it's a spectacle, right? So
I think any live sport, it's got that feeling, right?
So,
it's nice to be around the people.
But you do spend a lot of your time at the cricket just sort of talking about other things, and then occasionally, something will happen. I must admit, last night, and this is typical of a T20 match, like a lot of wickets, a lot of action. There was a lot going on, and then the final catch of the night, and the crowd just went nuts, right? It was very, very good. I think this is the audio. I'm not 100% sure. It might be the audio. It might be something else.
Oh, get that. Come on.
Oh, this was the final ball of the match where we'd won. And everybody walks out, arm in arm. They're all screaming. They're all having a great time. It was just wonderful,
And you just went out on the ground kept playing in the nets.
Yeah, I got me knock. Are we going to play my knock again?
Well, it's going to feel understated now after that big win.
I don't want to bring this out too much. I save it for the Scorchers when they appear on our show,
sure.
right? But I'd like to think that playing it yesterday to Ashton Agar, even though he wasn't playing last night, might have helped the team a little bit.
Yeah.
But Sunday night, they're going to be there. Big Bash final. It's going to be at home. It's going to be a great night. Can't wait to see you all.
Try the chicken tacos.
Oh, it was phenomenal. Honestly, it was really good. And I'll throw this out there nice and early. Now, 131060 is our number. Right, and you can call us any time on this show. But when I went away over the holidays, Kimber, I thought a lot about what I wanted our show to be for the year.
Yeah.
And I want to hear from our listeners more, right?
Yeah.
And I just want good chat, right? So if this...
They give plenty of that.
They do give plenty of that, okay? But just a good casual chat about all the things that we're sort of going through and experiencing. And if this hits you, right, then get on the phone, okay? We've always been a place that you can share what you feel, and that doesn't change this year. But I saved this Instagram post down, and ironically, like I said, it is from Instagram, but which is one of the things that I'm trying to use less, right? Coming into 2026. And I swear to God, if I didn't have this job, I don't think I'd have it, right? And I know that's a big thing to say, but we've all been talking that way for quite some time. We're actually starting to do some things like that actually prove that, it's no longer just talk, it's actually action.
Yep.
And it says... The millennial urge to delete your entire internet presence and go back to a landline, Walkman, and digital camera. And it hit me square in the chest for so many reasons. Now, over the holiday, my wife and I made a conscious decision. We have cancelled all of our subscription services. Everything gone. No more Netflix.
All of them.
No more Disney Plus.
Really?
No more Spotify. None. The whole lot. Gone. And I'm going out to buy a DVD player. And it's a little bit of pining for the pace and nostalgia of how it was that we had it back in the 90s. But a lot for the sake of our kids and slowing life down for them. Because it's one thing that we sort of notice, everybody sort of talks about our kids have no patience these days. And there's this constant thing of them being able to access everything that they ever want. It's kind of true. Like, there's a lot of truth to that. When we were kids, when we were growing up, and I don't even sound like that old man or whatnot, but when we were growing up, like, if you wanted to watch the big movie, you had to wait for it to come out from the movies if you couldn't go.
It's an exercise in patience.
It is,
and,
and also we've said to them, like, we're going to sort of put this thing into play where it's like you've got to earn your DVDs as well, earn a little bit of pocket money, and there's a lot of things that we're looking at. Most of it's driven by wanting our kids to have a bit of a lifestyle that's not bombarded by the 24/7 access to everything.
I think it is probably one of the best things you can do in terms of, even when I look at adults, anytime you catch up with a friend or whatever, they'll go, "How you going?" and you go, "Oh yeah, busy." And I think, I hate that we answer with that because it feels like, well, why are we so busy?
Yeah.
And if I do look at my phone, I'll be honest, I'll probably look at it and I've probably spent 2 hours on it in a day.
Well, honestly.
And I mean, that's a crazy amount of time. I could have done plenty of things and yet the accessibility of always being available to one another is stressful. The fact that you feel like you can contact me anytime and you text me and I have to text back, that's not how it used to be.
And it's funny that you say that, you bring that up. We, quite a few times over the holidays, went out and on purpose left our phones at home.
Yep.
Right? And we just kind of went, well, back in the 90s and stuff, like if you had to get in touch with us, you had to wait until we got home or you had to find a way to do it.
It's not just the 90s, darling. You know what has happened?
What?
There is a comeback of this because there was one couple that went online and they basically showed that they got their daughter and their 8-year-old a landline for Christmas. So they hooked up their land phone, their home phone again. Yeah. They hooked it up because they don't want her to have overwhelming experiences with mobiles and stuff, but they want her to stay in touch with her friends and have that level of communication.
Yeah, yeah.
So they've gone back to the home phone, and apparently this is now becoming a thing where there are a lot of parents reviewing this and going, I'm going to put the phone line back in the house.
Yeah, we've started talking a little bit
You can
about
protect
that.
your kids because you can hear them on the phone, you know, where they're sitting to take the call.
Yep.
You can, you know, it's that sort of thing. And I think it's a
And
cool
also,
idea.
also the idea of like, you know, if my kids grab the phone to call someone, because it's the mobile or they're doing it on video, they're often doing a heap of other things while they're talking to that person.
Yeah.
Whereas when we were on the landline, because you were locked in place next to that thing, often at times where the landline wasn't near a TV, you had to just sit there and talk to that person. It was engaging.
I think it's a really solid idea.
Look, here's you've heard what I've had to say on this. 131060 is the number. I would love to hear from people who've taken that next step beyond what we're talking about to actually doing it.
Yeah.
All right. And if you're feeling the same way, if you've got this feeling coming out of you at the moment that it's like, no, I want things a little bit like how they used to be.
I'm hearing people moving to the country, going to different towns, going to different places because they're trying to get away from this new lifestyle that we've all adapted and they don't want it.
Even just to have a backyard.
Yeah.
You know, like the average block is 400 square metres, no backyard. Just to have a backyard.
Yeah.
So anyway, 131060 is the number. We've started to hear people talk a lot about it. A lot of people are putting it into action. We would love to hear from you this morning. Get on the phone. Christine's with us. Hi, Christine.
Hi, good morning.
Christine, what have you been doing in your life?
Well, we never went new school. We stayed old school.
Oh, did
so
you?
So we don't have any devices. We have a phone each for work, but we don't have handheld gaming systems. We don't have Game Boys or, the other gaming systems or any of the streaming systems.
Christine?
Well, we've got kids in our 40s all the way to grandchildren that are 4 and 6 that live with us.
Cool. Okay. And so it's been like that forever. And I bet your whole family people who can play musical instruments and have all these extra abilities that the rest of us have wasted our time without.
We do, and we're very sporty, but we built right early on, we built a really good playground out in our front yard, and we made sure that we had, it was interesting and fun. So if the kids want to do something, it's like outside.
Yeah. You know what we found, Christine, as well? Like we've put in like a pretty hard and fast rule of like at this particular time, the internet gets turned off, TV screens, the whole thing, and the kids go and find stuff to do. You know, like if they don't have the excuse to sit there watching endless mind-numbing content, they go and find things to do.
Great.
Jason. Now, Jason, this sounds next level. You're actually getting yourself wiped from the internet.
I've been working with it for the last bit over 6 months with two of my other friends because all our metadata is recorded, so you don't own your own well-being anymore. So anything and everything information that pertains to you is always being sold on to someone else and someone else. So a couple of us have been working on it for the last while, trying to somewhat automate the ability to fill in all these document forms that you need to fill in to completely somewhat remove companies' ability to own your data.
Jason, do you think it's achievable? I mean, I very much agree with you, and I think it's dreadful, but I also think it's hard because a lot of people will take the approach of, it's already out there now and they've given up and they don't care. And I don't think that's the right attitude, but I also recognise that the companies and everyone make it so hard. Like I don't have the iCloud, I don't have Instagram, I've never had any of this stuff, but I find it so hard when I need to get a new phone and I have to upload stuff to try and get it there without using the cloud. You have no idea how difficult they're making that for me. And they force you into a corner, you know?
So your information that you have on yourself, medical, history, schooling, so all that information is pertained to Australia. So there is a level in which there is an ownership in Australia, and that information then gets sold unreplicated. You can actually enforce the controlling of, essentially the transfer of that information. So but you have to fill. There's a lot of online forms now.
I can imagine, mate. And it's hard enough. It's hard enough getting in touch with Facebook as it is. Like, let alone all the other stuff that is probably there that you have to deal with. But I think,
it's a system, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
think the thing is, at a very simple level, it's just about slowing life down a little bit.
Mhm.
That's all it is. It's slowing life down for us.
Yeah.
You don't have to be accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't have to immediately get back to that text message or that email or whatever it happens to be. We've built that into ourselves over the last 15 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Dear Kimber, you can send your whatever Dear Kimber is, whatever question you have. If you've got a conundrum in your life, we'll try and give you some advice and help you out. You can just send it to our show. This one has come in, and it's about mother-in-laws. I feel like this will have a few people weighing in on them. Okay, so Dear Kimber, my mother-in-law has a key to our house and regularly lets herself in without calling or knocking. Sometimes it's just to drop something off. Other times she just appears in the living room while I'm in my pajamas or trying to relax after work.
The image of that, like, just appears like out of thin air.
She said, each time it happens, I feel startled and exposed. I've spoken to my husband about it, but he insists it's going to be rude to take the key back because the mum's had the key the whole time. While I don't think her intentions are bad, I'm worried that I'm going to snap at her any day now, and I do try to make my discomfort obvious in the moment. So she's been trying to give subtle signs that is like, I don't like the way you're doing this. I don't want to create family drama or put my husband in the middle, but I also don't think it's unreasonable to expect privacy. Am I being too sensitive? Help. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
My first action and response here is, you're not sensitive. Your mother-in-law needs boundaries. And your husband should put them in place.
Yeah.
I don't think
I agree with you there.
that anybody, like nobody can relax when you think at any time there's going to be a knock at the door. And this woman's not even knocking.
Yeah. So it's the everybody loves Raymond thing, isn't it?
You know that feeling like if you're selling something on Marketplace and you're waiting for someone to come to your house and you kind of have this like foreboding feeling that they're coming anytime now. You don't really want them there and you kind of... It's that 24/7.
Yeah.
The woman needs boundaries. It's nothing offensive. And if the mother-in-law is upset by that, if you're a mother-in-law who's listening to this and thinking, but I'm just helping them out, I'm dropping off food and I'm a sweetheart and this is unreasonable... I'm sorry, you do need to back off and stop turning up at the house unannounced.
Yeah.
You've got to call ahead and you've got to give people privacy and a chance to relax in their own home.
You don't miss the drop-in?
My parents have never been allowed to drop in.
Really?
I love my family more than anyone else on the planet, and no one in my life is allowed to drop in. Absolutely not.
Oh, I love a knock. I love a knock at the door.
God, no.
I do. I love a knock at the door, and I was like, I pine for those days.
I could not think of anything worse.
Who's that? Who's that at the door? Who could it be?
I don't mind if you call and you go, "Hey, I'm in the area," or it turns out I'm down the road. Are you home? I'll pop in for a hi. Absolutely. I'll let you in, but do not just turn up at my house.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Never.
She can't tiptoe around this though. I mean, her saying, "Look, I try to make it known that I'm uncomfortable." I'd love to know what that means, because unless it's anything, if it's anything less than, "Hey, look, I don't like this. We need the key back."
Well, that's the thing. She's not doing that. She's just showing discomfort.
I think you need to just come out and say it.
I think hubby has to do it. I do feel that when it comes to in-laws, you can create some really nasty relationships accidentally when no one means any harm. There's no bad blood here. No one's doing anything wrong, really.
Yeah.
But that's why it's sometimes easier for the actual family member to say, "Hey, we need privacy in our home, Mum. I need you to understand why, and this is not it's not about you. It's not. It's just this is what we need."
He sounds like he's uncomfortable to do it. They had the conversation.
He thinks it's rude to take the key back because she. She's always had it. But it's not, it's your mum. Come on. You should be able to have those conversations. You should be able to say, hey, this is what it's come to. And it's like, you're just dropping in a bit much, okay?
Well, look, as we've always known with this segment, these are the things that should be able to happen. It's really what actually does. So 13 10 60, we would love to hear from you. This is your opportunity to give advice to this woman who's written into our show and tell her how it went for you, or if you've got any thoughts on this. I mean, you might agree with what we're saying. You might disagree. You might have actually gone ahead and told the mother-in-law.
You might be the mother-in-law.
Yeah, there's that too.
13 10 60 is our show number. Give us a call and give this person some lovely advice.
Now, we're always after your advice with this segment, okay? 13 10 60 is the number, no matter what that advice is. Ryan, good morning. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Good morning, guys. How you going?
We're good. Ryan, have you gone through this?
Yeah, I reason I rang, I don't have a lot of family. And the last thing you ever want to do is turn family away. Your mother gave birth to you, be it not the mother-in-law, but it's one day they won't be there. Could be tomorrow. Never, ever take it for advantage because family are precious.
Yeah, I know, but it
Ryan,
sounds. I know
so
you say.
gorgeous.
I know
They're
you
so lovely. What a lovely call.
It is a lovely call, but I know you say like you never know when she might not be there. The problem is she seems to always be there at the moment. Like
Well,
that's
I'll probably never see my dad again because my mum has mental health issues, and I can't stand to be near my mum.
Yeah,
but I wish I could see my dad. But he, be it 2 years, 3 years, he'll pass away, and he probably won't see me. So.
Oh, Ryan, I'm devastated for you because I feel like what you're saying is super important and I absolutely agree. And Pete and I we are so family-driven people. We're very fortunate with the family that we have.
Extremely.
But I do feel like just being in your space every day does keep you on edge. Would you just let it happen?
It's like mental health and mental illness when people do random stuff and they might go and steal some perfume that's their mum's or their sister's, or they might go do something that is annoying.
Yeah.
But then if they're gone, it wasn't relevant.
Yeah. So, look, I get what you're saying, mate. I get what you're saying. And I think in a perfect world, we absolutely feel you. And I think it's one of those things where, like, you know, as a generalisation, we can all say that we love family. We'd love for them to be around, and you do miss them if they're not here. Like, it's a horrid thing to have to go through. That being said, this is a different subject.
Because it also means how much? Where's the line? How much do you tolerate before you're like, but otherwise I'll never get to see them again? You're like, family can be toxic.
Absolutely. I mean, we've heard plenty of stories on this show about how bad family can get.
Yeah.
I think there's got to be at the end of the day a boundary there, right?
Yeah.
And that applies to everybody. You know,
like can't the three of them just sit down and have a cup of tea and go? Could we just have a bit of balance? I just need to like.
It sounds like she's already there making it.
Half the time I'm not wearing pants at home. Please don't just turn up.
You are never going to know, and I'm going to turn up to your door.
Just at random
places.
I would not answer and knock at the door.
Are you in there?
No.
Are you wearing pants? What's going on?
Producer Brooke, take us into the lives of the Beckhams.
We are all part of this now. We are in the Beckham family. We are deep. We are going along for this journey. He's brought us in. He's brought the whole public in. Brooklyn Beckham has put it out there. He's put up his stories on Instagram. Like we're in this now. We're all in this together. So look, this drama has been bubbling away since Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz had their wedding. It was 2022. It was an extravagant 500-person wedding, and it's just been simmering under the surface. No one's really known what happened for sure and why. But look, he's come out and told us what's happened. He's released these 6 tiles, let us know. But the one thing that the public has really jumped on is his claim that Lady Victoria Beckham, his mother, danced inappropriately on him during their wedding.
Now, do we know what this means? I mean, was she twerking? Was there some backside in there? Like, what?
I need to see it. I feel like we need to see it.
Why haven't we seen it? 500 people there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure people are filming stuff. Why hasn't it come out yet?
I mean, there is video of this. Like, they would have had like 17 videographers, and there's video. It's out there. We just need to get our hands on it, and I hope we do. I really do. I think it'll really solve a lot of things.
Will it though? I mean, let's be honest. Let's say for a second that Posh Spice was grinding on her son at the wedding dance. I don't think it was. I think that even if she did some stupid move and it seemed inappropriate, right?
Yeah.
It'd be for a moment. Now, would you not just step back and go, Mum, that was humiliating. You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah.
Or, but is it the kind of thing where you go, I'm never speaking to my parents again and I'm going to out them on the internet and we're going to make this really big deal about it? Like, it doesn't sound right. Like,
True.
Even if she did do it, it doesn't sound enough.
And look, I don't think Victoria and Nicola are going to be BFFs. I don't think they're each other's favourite people. And I think that's okay. You don't have to have this beautiful, perfect relationship with your mother-in-law. But you also don't need to go to the extremes of completely cutting them out. But look, a guest has spoken out, which is fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yes.
One person at the wedding has come forward.
Out of 500.
You know what this would be? This would be that last-minute invited guest because the other one pulled out.
No, it's a partner.
It's
worse.
No,
it's worse.
Really?
No,
yeah.
It's one removed.
Get out.
It's a +1. It is literally
it's a +1,
a +1.
Right.
So it's the partner of British DJ Fat Tony, who actually performed at the reception. So his partner Stavros has made a bit of a cheeky comment on the gram, which he's basically written, good on him for speaking out.
Wow.
And another comment saying...
so he's siding with Brooklyn.
Yes, he's another comment saying, I was there and she did. He's telling the truth. But fans are speculating, and they're thinking that this comment that he's actually talking about is another moment in the wedding where apparently Mark Anthony invited Brooklyn to the stage and then announced, the most beautiful woman in the room tonight, come on up, Victoria Beckham.
Right.
And then Nicola ran from the room crying. So that fans are saying that that's what's being confirmed, that actually did
Imagine
happen.
finding out that you're not the most beautiful person in the room.
But no, hang on. Just on that though, like if you're at your wedding,
Yeah.
that's a rough thing to hear.
It is.
Usually people are like, okay, we all sort of know that it's the bride's day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like honestly, I just feel like people are too caught up in it.
This wedding sounds like an absolute disaster. Honestly, the Peltz family ended up in lawsuits with their wedding planners after the wedding. They actually ended up, Nicola and Brooklyn renewed their vows in August last year because they were like, obviously the wedding didn't hold happy memories for them, so it was probably a good decision. But look, let's talk about David Beckham because that poor guy is in front of the public eye right now. Like, this is not good timing for him. He wants to be at home under a blanket.
What's he done? What's he said?
He can't be. Look, he's at the World Economic Forum in Davos and he's definitely being hounded.
Tell me, I've got questions.
Good point. Why is he at the World Economic Forum?
I can't wait to see what he has to offer.
That's a really good question.
He's got about as much right to be there as I do.
So what's he said?
Well, look, have a listen
We've
to
got
me.
audio
We've got
here. What
first
is it?
piece of audio. This
Yep.
is him being hounded.
David, do you have a message for Brooklyn this morning? David, you disappointed family business is being aired in public?
So he's being hounded. He's not answering. He's like, not having a bar of it, not
I'm
not
here
doing
to talk
this.
about these economic issues, guys. Stay
Important
focused.
things. Look, he did answer one question, though, which everyone, the media has just jumped on and sort of
course
spun
they
it.
would,
Yeah,
yeah.
great. All the headlines are making it sound like he's finally spoken
Is it
out.
this piece of audio here?
It
I
is.
want to hear it.
Have a listen.
What I've found personally, especially with my kids as well, use it for the right reasons. I've been able to use my platform and my following, for UNICEF, and it's been the biggest tool to make people aware of what's going on around the world for children. And I've tried to do the same. I've tried to do the same with my children to educate them. They make mistakes. Children are allowed to make mistakes. That's how they learn. So that's what I try to teach my kids. But you have to sometimes let them make those mistakes as well.
I love him. He should be speaking at every G20. Send him to the G20. I want to see him at the press club. What's he got to say about the US presidential candidate? Give me that stuff.
He used his platform for UNICEF and his son used it to completely obliterate the entire family.
We'd love to catch up with you, by the way. Little Creatures in Fremantle this Friday. We're going to be there. We're going to be broadcasting live and you can join us. You register now, peteandkimber.com.au for your chance to win tickets and fingers crossed we'll see you there.
Right.
Nice little way to start the year.
I've got a question for you.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to be appropriate to talk about on air or whether people would be upset or offended by it, so I just thought I would run it by you.
Go on.
I feel like if I said that you had raised an idiot for a child, you'd be upset.
Yeah.
But it feels like as their parent...
I might take that offensively.
But it feels like as their parent, you could get away with it.
Right. Okay.
Right? You could say...
If they're my kid, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they did something really bloody stupid, then I'd be like, you know what, fair point.
Okay, because I saw this post online that I've been having quite a laugh at because they've just openly come out and said, hey, parents, what was the moment where you realised you had raised an idiot?
Okay.
and I thought some of them are really fun. Some of them are just, hilarious because their kid's an idiot. But there are some different examples in there, and I thought it'd be fun if we could ask listeners to call us and tell us admit that their kid's an idiot.
Right, okay.
And give us their examples.
I'm all for it.
So I thought maybe we could bring this back tomorrow and ask people about it. But
what are some of the examples?
Well, for example, this woman said her daughter got a scientific calculator for the new school year.
Yeah.
And she'd been, going off to school for a little while. And then after some time, she came home asking when she can have a math calculator. And she had been using this old basic calculator from primary school because she thought that the scientific calculator had been purchased for science.
Right, okay.
Right?
Little sign
So
cost 10,
she was
all
like,
of those buttons.
realised my kid was an idiot. Or the guy who said, my son found his wallet that he had lost for a couple of years. And I told him to give me the wallet and I needed to check inside to make sure that the money wasn't expired. And he was super disappointed when his dad said to him, oh, it's all expired. I'm going to have to throw it all away. And then it was his wife that spoke up and said, no, stop it. And the kid's 14.
Get out. You're joking.
14. I mean, you do have to accept you've raised an idiot.
Well, I'll go you one. So over the Christmas period, right, it was New Year's Eve at my parents' house, and someone may have gotten a hold of some fireworks. I'm just throwing it out there, right? They will not be named. But they're only the tiny little ones. They're like these things called killer bees. They fit in the palm of your hand, and you light the little tail on fire. It goes zip, and then shoots off for a metre or whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of these people decided to light the little tail on fire, ran off, could see it was going, and then it wasn't going off. So instead of just sitting back waiting for something to happen, decided to run up to it and look it straight in the eye and go, hang on, what's going on? And the thing took off.
Yeah.
Straight into their forehead, over the top of their head, and sparks everywhere. I was like, mate, what are you doing?
Okay, great.
What are you doing?
Well, look, 131060, if you've got an idea that you have raised an idiot, we're happy to hear from you right now. But if you think that I'm going to get away with doing this and people will think it's funny, then great.
No, we'll
do it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow. We'll catch you then.
Pete and Kimber for breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays.